to the school. I'm not sure the school is ready for it, though. It's called the Spirit of Boot Street. And if that's the Spirit of Boot Street, we are in big trouble.
Morning, Michaela.
All right, Joe?
I see he's found a place for the masterpiece. Need a hand, sir?
Thank you, Joe, but with the stalwart assistance of Mr. Cramp here, it's in the perfect position.
Aye, it's a fine piece of work, Mr. Learser. A craftsman at work.
Thank you, my dear chap. Most kind, and thank you for your help.
Oh, it's a pleasure, sir. It's a pleasure, yes. I just hope this miserable lot appreciates it.
What do you think, Michaela?
I think it's very striking, sir. It will certainly give visitors something to think about.
Yes, that reminds me. Visitors. Did I tell you that 2 candidates for the local council elections were coming today?
No, sir. Why are they coming here?
Well, it's a photo opportunity, I think they call it. You know, publicity, that sort of thing. Is that all right, Joe?
Should be, sir. Might disrupt things a bit, but nothing we can't handle.
It's been a good start to the week. Our share prices are up. The Swiss bank account's doing very nicely, so we can afford to update our software and database.
I've got an announcement to make. Sorry to interrupt you.
Okay.
The school's going to be used for the local council elections, and the 2 candidates are coming here to have mugshots done. Why? Probably to show their interest in education.
I don't think.
The point is, be on the alert. With Nosy Parker photographers about, we're going to have to keep a low profile. So look normal.
Some hopes.
You must be Mr. Lear. I'm Daphne Popham.
I'm Roger Barrington Pratt. Pleased to meet you.
Terrifically pleased.
Well, I'm sure we're all very pleased about everything. What can I do for you 2 good people?
Well, we were hoping to have a few children while we're here this morning.
I see. It's a bit sudden, isn't it? It usually takes a bit of a time, doesn't it?
Do you disapprove?
Oh, no. Far be it from me to disapprove. I adore children. The more, the merrier. And I hope that you 2 dear people will be blessed with many.
About 8 will do.
8? That's 4 each.
Yes.
My dear fellow, I must explain it. It really doesn't work like that. You can't actually have any children. Unless things have changed a great deal.
What on earth are you talking about? We merely wish to borrow some children for half an hour.
You can't borrow children. A child is for life, not just for half an hour. Are you a cad, sir?
No, I'm a candidate for the Borough Council.
You're a candidate for the Borough Council? Oh, yes, of course you are, yes. Welcome to you both on behalf of everyone at Boot Street School. Now, if you would care to go into the main hall, I'll see if I can find some suitable children for you.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Signora, please? See, the deal is on. 3 tons of beans by the end of the week. You handle freight charges, we cover distribution. What's that? Junk man. Let's look through it. Don't bother, straight to recycling plant. Yes, we do want to buy a ton of pickled onions. They must be big ones. As big as apples. As big as houses. As big as really big pickled onions. Hello, sir. Can we help you?
Oh, yes, I rather think you can, young Ruth. There are 2 people in the hall who want some children. I thought 4D might oblige.
Certainly, sir. Leave it with us.
What earth are they? 2 candidates for the local elections, Miss Springett. Didn't you know they were coming?
Of course I did. Mrs. Springett knows everything that goes on in this school.
Ah, the children! Over here! Over here!
Yes, come along, come along.
Quickly,
Hurry
quickly!
up. We're ready now. Thank you. Thank you. Right.
I think we should be in front.
Yes, have the children as sort of backdrop. Do it in a nice tight group. Now I want you all to look at the camera and smile. Okay, smile. Is this all right? I think a few showing us having meaningful conversations with children.
That's a very good idea.
What do I have? No. You boy, what's your name?
It's Betty Higginbottom. What's yours?
Development.
That's a funny name.
Now, Egbert, you and I are having a very interesting conversation. Is this all right? On my bedside?
What are we talking about?
Nothing. Just smile. smile and look interested in me.
You said we're having a very interesting conversation.
We're pretending.
What are we pretending?
No, this is hopeless. Give me another child.
We'll look at this. Let's say you asked me a question about education, and now you're listening to my answer. Got it?
But I haven't asked you anything.
Don't be difficult, dear. I'm only here for half an hour, and then I'm opening a supermarket.
If you're so busy, why do you want to be local councillor? I thought you were meant to be concerned with what's happening in the borough.
What I'm concerned about is winning this election. And then, Parliament.
Okay, now group one. Everybody over here. Quickly, we haven't got all day. Right, now children round us in a circle. Come along, get into position. That's it. Now I want you stand there, and you there. Pretend you're asking questions. Put your hands up.
Why don't we really ask questions?
Yeah. What are your views on the national curriculum?
The national what?
The national curriculum. What do you think of it?
It's a very good thing, of course.
What's so good about it?
Well, all sorts of things. Do you think you've got enough yet?
Just one more.
Right.
What do you do about the parks if you get elected?
The parks? What's wrong with them?
You mean you don't know?
Well, of course I know. It's just that... well, look, I think we ought to be going.
Absolutely. Thank you. It's very good.
Rather a puff pastry pair, Mr. Crabbe.
Ah, too right, Mrs. Springett.
Neither of them seems very suitable to me.
No backbone, no pain or punishment about them. What we need here on council are men of vision, like you, Mrs. Springett.
You know, Crabbe, in your own pathetic way, you may have hit on something.
Oh, and what's that, Mrs. Springett?
I think I shall start to spread myself a little.
Like fish paste.
No, like becoming a borough councillor.
You mean you as one of them?
Precisely. And you can be my campaign assistant.
Oh, I consider it a great honour, Mrs. Springett.
Come along.
Oh, yes, Mrs. Springett.
This is terrible. It'll ruin our reputation being photographed with those two.
More worried than a reputation is the fact that one of them's going to be local councillor.
So?
So as responsible business people, we should be concerned with community affairs.
Oi, Mrs. Take a gander at that.
What? Where did you get this?
In the high street.
They're all over the place.
Yeah, the old bird's really going for it.
This is even worse. Springett as local councillor. Either her or one of those two twits who came yesterday.
The fact they're such bozos means that Springett will be the front runner.
Yeah, just imagine. The whole town of you've got their back to basics right. We've got to do something. Like what?
CBH. She's in hospital. She can't be in the election, can she?
I don't think so, Kelly. We have to make sure she doesn't win it.
If she doesn't win, then
Someone else wins. And that means Popham or Old Barrington Pratt, doesn't it? Not necessarily. It could be someone else. What? Another candidate? Exactly. Someone we put up. Our own candidate.
got anyone in mind? How about one of us?
I think our two young voted in the sector.
We're older than you, so one of us could do it.
Yeah. I wouldn't mind going for councillor, as long as I didn't have to make naff speeches in that.
But then you'd have no time for your other interests, like duffing people up.
Or your special needs, or no time for Mr. Prince's trust.
Yeah, got a point there.
Mr. Prince could be the candidate.
Yeah, and we could be his bodyguards when he does public appearances and that.
Yeah!
No one would vote for a man who calls his dog.
No.
I don't think anyone else does it, except for Mr. Lear.
Joe, I know nothing about politics. I don't want to know anything about it. All I want to do is finish my work of art and be headmaster.
But there's no one else to do it. I mean, we all think you're the only one.
If I should have to wear grey suits and say things I don't mean and get involved in dreadful scandals, that's what politicians do, isn't it, Joe?
Yes, but you wouldn't be like that, sir. You're a good man. Everyone would see that.
Oh, Joe, you are the milk of human kindness itself. A good man. I shall cherish those words to my dying day.
Then you'll do it. You'll be our candidate for the management, for Boot Street School, for the whole town.
When you put it like that, Joe, how could I refuse? I'll do it. Indeed, I'll do it.
Back to basics, candidate.
Oh, what an enchanting baby. What's her name?
Arthur.
Charming.
What about welfare ground? What are you going to do about them then, eh?
Put them all behind bars until they learn to stand on their own 2 feet. That's what.
That's not.
And I'll tell you another thing. Under my stewardship, this town will go right back to basics.
Back to basics.
If necessary, I shall have school children clean the streets and parks.
Here, here, here.
Together, we shall make this town great again.
Vote for Springett!
Voters, come to the town hall now and you will discover something to your advantage. Something you can't afford to miss. And there'll be free gifts for everyone.
Mrs. Springett hasn't finished yet. No, don't go in. She's got a lot more to tell you.
Thank you, dear people, for accepting my little gifts. I think of you all as friends now.
What would you spend our money on if we vote for you?
What would you like me to spend it on?
A new sports centre.
Very well, you shall have a new sports centre of your very own, and we shall all come to your home to frolic in your swimming pool.
What about education? What do you think we should teach in schools?
I am of the firm opinion that we should teach children in schools.
How would you spend your time as a borough councillor?
I should spend a great deal of it sleeping, madam. If we all slept much more, the world would be a far better place.
You better get him off before they realise he doesn't know what he's talking about.
Mr. Lear would like to thank you all for listening and hopes you'll all vote for him on election day.
We have to ensure that people see what a silly old fool he really is.
But people seem to like him, Mrs. Springett.
Oh, do shut up, Cramp. You're supposed to be supporting my campaign.
We're just pointing out the strengths of the opposition. I mean, he smiles them up and gives out bananas. They like that.
Whose side are you on?
Yours, of course. And if the voters could see what a woman of purpose and vision you are.
Ah, if they could see and hear. That's it, Cramp.
What is?
The solution. A public meeting. People asking questions. The four candidates answering, debating. Daphne Popham and Roger Barrington Pratt would be shown up as the self-seeking ne'er-do-wells they really are. Our beloved head would know what day of the week it was, and that would leave...
You a clear friend and a most ingenious. Oh, if I were wearing a hat, I'd take it off, sure I would.
Get to it, Cranley. Get to it. Phone the council. Yes. Suggest a public meeting.
Right. Where shall we hold it, this public meeting?
The school hall. Home ground.
Home ground.
Hello, Boot Street School. Yes? What? Where? Yes, he'll do it. Okay, bye-bye.
Is there a problem, Joe?
A small one. You have to attend a public meeting with the other candidates to answer questions.
Would they be difficult questions, Joe?
They might be.
Oh, dear, I don't think I should like that at all.
Don't worry, sir. You'll shine. Honest you will.
Will I, Joe? But how?
We have a real problem on our hands. Mr. Lear won't stand a chance at a public meeting. The other two candidates don't look like winners, and that leaves Springett as a clear favourite. Any suggestions? Yes?
Couldn't we try rigging the questions in advance?
Tricky, it is a public meeting after all. We don't know who will be there and what they'll ask.
Ruth!
Yes, Oprah?
We could make tea for the other candidates.
Yes, we could. Is that it?
No, because we cunningly poison the tea with tarantula juice. They die, Mr. Lear wins.
There could be a few small problems with that idea, Egbert. And in any case, do you happen to own a tarantula?
Nah, of course not.
I rest my case. Next idea.
No, Mr. Jenkins, I take it.
In the staff room, Mrs. Springett.
I just came to tell you that when I am elected borough councillor, I shall strongly recommend that all children wear uniform and do double homework. Mr. Lear, of course, will be retired. Just thought I'd brighten your day, 4D.
But the election's not over yet, Mrs. Springett. There's still the public meeting.
Ah, yes. Myself, 2 no-hopers, and Mr. Lear, who would need a whole team of advisors to understand the questions, let alone answer them. If I was a betting woman, I'd say it was a one-horse race, wouldn't you? Carry on, 14.
Talk about rubbing salt into the wound.
Actually, that was very interesting.
What was?
What she said about a team of advisors. We could do that.
How? We can't exactly stand in the hall and tell him what to say.
No, but an invisible team of advisors could.
What do you mean?
A small receiver hidden in Mr. Lear's ear, linked to us here in the classroom, where, purely by chance, we have a whole pile of books on local government and stuff like that. All he'd have to do is repeat what we say. Even Mr. Lear could do that.
What do you think?
Don't think we've got much choice.
Gentlemen, and welcome to Boot Street School for this public meeting, which gives you a chance to question the four prospective candidates.
I'm Dave Dinsdale. You probably all know my Listen with Dave show on Radio 2 9-1, yes?
Good. I'll be acting as chairperson for this evening. Mr. Lear, at last. Please, take your seat. Now, as we appear to have our full complement, could I have the first question, please? Oh, yes, the gentleman in the gold-rimmed glasses.
What do you plan to do about the health service in this borough? There's a 2-year waiting list.
Thank you. A question about the health service. Daphne Popham, what do you have to say about the health service?
I think that private medicine is by far and away the best option. After all, you only get what you pay for.
Yeah.
The climate abroad is highly beneficial, too. I recommend that everyone spend at least 2 months of the year in the south of France, like I do.
Utter nonsense.
I beg your pardon.
You can beg whatever you like. Why should we go traipsing off to foreign countries? What's the matter with England? This sceptred isle set in a silver sea. The spirit of gallantry and courage can be ours.
We've got to do something.
And quick.
Okay, plug in Mr. Lear. We've got a load of fun from help.
Right. Mr. Lear.
Who's that? Yes, receiving you loud and clear.
Right. I want you to interrupt Mrs. Springett and repeat what I say.
If I may put in a word here.
Certainly, Mr. Lear.
But I haven't finished yet, and I wish to say a great deal.
I'm sure you do, my dear lady. But the original question was about the health service in this borough, and we seem to have strayed some distance from that. The fact is that 10% of the current budget is earmarked for council dinners and personal expenses. If elected, I would use that 10% to build a new children's ward in the general hospital.
You wouldn't know 10%.
Furthermore, I would scrap the plans for 5 new car parks and use the money for a health education program. Prevention is better than cure.
Thank you, Mr. Lear. Next question.
What about special needs? I mean, what are you going to do about them, eh?
Now, special needs.
I was asking Mr. Lear.
But I'm the expert.
But where was Mr. Lear? He wasn't here.
Special needs. Got anything on that? Oh, there must be something. Special accounts, special management. Yeah, this will be all right. Special services.
Mr. Lear?
Yes, of course. I would like to say that, something seems to be coming through. Thank you. Special needs are, of course, part of the wider question of special services. The Borough Council interim report indicates the need for a spiralling investment program. I would suggest a minimum of £10 per household, which is 0.002% of the gross budget.
Right away, Mrs. Springett.
Out of the rates. Housing, education, the physically disadvantaged, and so on. The real issue is not that people want choice, but provision, and provision for all, not just just for those who, I would say, and indeed, oh dear, is anybody there?
Mr. Lear, are you all right?
I think I've lost something.
Your brain?
Mr. Lear, come in. Mr. Lear. It's no good. We've lost him.
He's on his own. Right.
Whilst my dear colleague and fellow candidate searches for his sanity, perhaps I may outline my own position in this campaign. What this borough needs is a good old-fashioned clean-up. More punishment in the schools to nip bad habits in the bud. The strong ruling over the weak with an iron fist. The riffraff packed off to the colonies.
Madam, this is terrible.
Like the good old days when we used to...
You canker blossom. Fie, you beady low acorn.
Oh, shut up, you ignorant old fool.
Better an old fool than a proud harridan. Gently to hear, madam, kindly to judge. And where ignorance is bliss, 'tis folly to be wise. All power to the people, I say, and to all children everywhere. I have a dream of a brave new world in this little borough. A world where we all understand more and condemn less.
And there is no doubt that Mr. Lear's excellent performance at the public meeting led decisively to his victory.
You're now officially a borough councillor. Well done, sir.
Well done, us. But, Joe, what will I do as a councillor?
I just came to offer my congratulations to all of you. A real team effort, I'd say. Of course, we shall be much more of a team from now on, shall we not, Joseph Formaggio?
Why is that, miss?
Because Mr. Lear is about to become a councillor, an important dignitary with functions and meetings to attend, which means that someone else will have to take charge here at Hope Street. Someone like...
Like you, miss?
Precisely. Oh, yes. A new chapter in the history of Boot Street School is about to unfold. Spring its time has come.